Hey, what's up guys? Andrew from American Musical Supply here, day 2 of Winter NAMM 2017. I'm with Jim in the Yamaha booth, and he's going to be taking us through some of these recording custom snare drums, and they're specifically metal snare drums, steel and brass, right?
Actually, steel, brass, and aluminum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. These are amazing snare drums. Something else that we did in development of the Recording Custom series was working on snare drums with Dr. Steve Gadd. So we, from talking to dealers and stuff, most dealers, it seems like snare drum sales are about 70% metal to like 30% wood. So we wanted to focus on metal snare drums, and Steve is a metal snare drum guy for the most part anyway. So what we did, we've got aluminum in a 14.6.5 and a 14x5.5.
Okay.
Spun seamless aluminum shell, the Recording Custom lugs, our Q-type snare strainer that's really quiet, really smooth, got a great feel to it. Our aluminum die-cast hoops, super lightweight, really warm, it's got a nice mid-range push to it. It's a great brush drum.
Okay.
Great just all-around dry, just play any kind of room drum. My personal favorite, out of all of them actually, is the 14.6.5 aluminum. It's a wonderful drum. Then we have stainless steel.
Okay.
We have a 14x5.5 and a 14x7. They have the drums have the Q-type strainer on them. 2.3 millimeter steel triple flanged hoops on these drums. The stainless steel is nice because it's got some bite to it, but it's not harsh like a steel snare drum tends to be. There's a little extra warmth to it and a little body to it. So it's a really pleasant drum. This is actually kind of my number 2, and this was Steve Gadd's personal favorite. All the 5.5-inch deep drums come with 20 strand snares installed in them, but there's also a set of the 10-strand Steve Gadd snares in the box. He uses a special smaller strand of snares that's very dry, gives you a lot of articulation, and gives you more of the sound of like the body of the drum.
Okay.
So that's Steve Gadd's personal favorite thing. Great drums. And then we do the brass. And in the brass, we've got a 14x5.5, 14x6.5, and a 13x6.5. So your 6.5-inch deep drums are going to have 24-strand snares. The 5.5s will have the 20-strand snares. And then, of course, the 5.5s, like I said before, come with the Steve Gadd snares. And brass is nice. It's kind of a good all-around drum. It's got some cut. It's got some bite, so it'll cut through a wall of guitars. But when you tune the drum down a little bit, it takes a nice throaty, meaty, kind of medium sort of push to it. Brass snare drums are real popular. I mean, some of the most recorded snare drums ever have been brass snare drums. I mean, our Paul Lime snare drum that we had, our signature snare drum, was a brass drum, and it's been on about a bazillion records. So there's 7 different snare drums. They're affordably priced and versatile. They're just really great snare drums. And since Recording Custom, for a couple of years had a matching snare drum back in the day, there hasn't really been a Recording Custom snare drum. So now you can get Recording Custom kit in any configuration in any of the colors, and then find the perfect snare drum to match your musical style, and you can really dial your sound in, to speak your own voice when you're making music.
Well, that's cool. Well, thanks for updating us on what's new in Yamaha drums for 2017, and you can check them out at AmericanMusical.com.